under Uniform Commercial Code 440.2511 by tender of payment 2 and 3.
It's not applicable to this case.
And could you tell me why, Your Honor?
Because the UCC doesn't apply to this circumstance. Sir?
Yes.
I'm asking a very simple question.
This self-declared sovereign citizen squatter had a rough day in Judge Simpson's courtroom. The judge took a firm, no-nonsense approach and made it very clear that the law doesn't bend for made-up rules or personal beliefs. Judge Simpson calmly explained that rent must be paid using real, legally accepted money, not imaginary alternatives. The squatter tried to pass off a fake cashier's check filled with foreign symbols as valid payment, but the judge quickly shut that down. The court emphasized that only official legal tender counts when it comes to debts and rent obligations. There's no loophole that allows someone to invent their own currency and expect the system to accept it. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think squatter laws should be stricter, or should there be more protections in place for people living this way? The comment section always brings strong opinions, so share your thoughts below. Let's jump into the courtroom footage and watch Judge Simpson break this situation down clearly and by the book.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, Your Honor?
What's your name, sir? What is the claim in this case?
Judge, this is a non-payment of rent action with a money judgment being requested as well. I'm showing that rent is due in the amount of $1,588, court costs of $217 for a total rent retained of $1,805.
And sir,
Yes.
how do you intend upon paying this?
So, Your Honor, I actually tendered payment to Group 5 Management on November 3rd. And my form of payment was refused.
Was what?
My form of payment, she refused payment.
What was your form of payment?
A cashier's check. I actually have the voided check here. And I'm asking for
You had a
yes.
cashier's check? Let me see.
If this is also the refusal in the email from the landlord. All right.
Danny, do you know anything about the refusal of payment?
I do not, Judge. Obviously, I'm standing in for Mr. Weiss. I believe my client or the client was supposed to be on. My understanding was that it wasn't a cashier's check. It was a counter or a check. And the reason it would have been refused was because he's had more than 3 checks come back as insufficient funds. But I would ask if I don't see if he's on here, Judge.
From Randolph Court or Group 5 on the Zoom? We don't have anybody checked in.
We don't.
Email.
Judge.
Hang on, Ms. Zane. He has an email saying about the refusal. Well, it's a text message screenshot.
Yes, it's a email. I actually screenshotted it.
And it says,
If you're enjoying videos like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps the channel grow and keeps this kind of content coming. Thanks for being here and watching along. Now, let's get back to the video and see what happens next.
from a somebody with the last name of Aslam, ASLAM, indicating that they received a rent check in the sum of $1,238, which the check that he showed me was in the form of an over-the-counter check. However, must be certified funds. And then, second page, as the system will not accept this, maybe. But
yeah, just my notes on the ledger show counter check, which is a check that's not. It's one of the ones they give you from the bank, and so again, that's the decision I was taking, anyways. It was refused.
So, sir,
yes.
Is there a reason why you can't get certified funds to the landlord?
Well, they actually accepted December's rent from the same check, Your Honor, from my bank.
Okay, but if
well, because it costs, and my defense is that under Uniform Commercial Code 440.2511 by tender of payment, 2 and 3.
It's not applicable to this case
And could you tell me why, Your Honor?
because the UCC doesn't apply to this circumstance.
I'm sorry?
The UCC doesn't apply to this circumstance.
It's a commercial transaction, Your Honor.
The UCC does not apply.
Okay. So where could I find this at that says that this isn't a commercial transaction?
That would be your assertion. I'm telling you it doesn't apply to this.
Just for my understanding that the Uniform Commercial Code governs all commercial transactions in commerce. And so based off of this law, tender of payment is why my defense is that once the tender of payment was refused, at that time, the charge or the total amount was discharged.
Even if you were to do that analysis, you can't then have unjust enrichment, which means that you want to move.
I'm sorry.
You can't have unjust enrichment, so you'd have to move because you can't have the apartment and not pay.
No, I mean, I paid the rent. They took the exact form of payment in December.
All right, I get it. Not being able to afford rent is genuinely tough. Most people have been in a tight spot at least once in their lives where money barely stretches far enough. That kind of stress is real, and it's something many viewers can relate to on a personal level. But let's be honest for a moment. Even when things are bad, you can't show up to your landlord with a fake cashier's check and expect it to magically solve the problem. Acting like you've delivered some priceless form of payment doesn't change the rules. There's no shortcut, trick, or clever move that lets someone talk their way out of eviction when the rent isn't actually paid. What's wild is how far some sovereign citizen types will go to avoid taking responsibility. They'll argue technicalities, lean on internet theories, and act like confidence alone can replace facts. A lot of this seems fueled by online echo chambers where bad ideas get reinforced instead of challenged. And honestly, certain places seem to see this more often than others. Week after week, there's another courtroom moment where someone confidently argues nonsense in front of a judge, using screenshots and personal beliefs as if that's evidence. Some even act shocked when fake money or made-up documents don't work. At this point, these courtroom scenes feel less like serious legal matters and more like repeated lessons in what not to do.
Sir, are you going to tender a check or no? Or certified funds to them?
I'll tender payment.
Are you going to tender certified funds for the 1805?
So, Your Honor, my rent is $1,238, and just the extra $700, $600. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but if they accepted the rent payment and from my bank in December, I don't know why they wouldn't accept it now. They refused November and then they accepted December.
Sir?
Yes.
I'm asking a very simple question.
Yeah.
Are you going to tender certified funds to them in the amount of 1805?
I will surrender. I will submit funds.
Certified funds to them.
I plan to. It costs me to do certified, so I would.
As does the NSF transactions that they've had in the past. So that is my question to you. Are you going to submit certified funds?
I'll submit certified funds
in the amount of 1805.
I like to debate that amount because I'm not sure where that amount's coming from. My rent is $1,238. In court costs, I'm not sure where the other $600.
All right, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Defendant to submit $1,238, which at this point is the undisputed amount in certified funds to the landlord no later than December 29th, 2023. And then we will look at the disputed amounts. I will adjourn this matter to January 5th, 2024 at 2 p.m. And I would just note to you, Mr. Smith, that if those funds aren't in, I'm not hearing any additional argument. I will be granting a judgment, which will be for their full amount, plus what will at that point be January's rent.
Your Honor, also, the 4th I have to work, so every time that I'm coming here, I'm having to take off of work. And
Sir, I cannot help that.
I mean, is there a way that we can set a different date?
That is my next date.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I can almost guarantee that the next time we see this guy, he'll be back in court looking completely confused. He'll probably say something like, "Your Honor, I handed them a paper that said $1,200 on it, as if that alone should settle everything. But that's just not how money works, and the court isn't going to pretend otherwise." He genuinely seems to believe he can invent his own form of payment and expect everyone else to go along with it. The legal system doesn't care how neatly it's written or how official it looks. If a check isn't real, it doesn't count. Under U.S. law, specifically 18 U.S. Code 514, passing a counterfeit financial document is taken very seriously and can lead to major legal consequences. This isn't a small mistake or a misunderstanding, it's a real problem with real outcomes. On a lighter note, I have to ask the viewers from Michigan something. What is going on over there lately? It feels like every week there's another courtroom clip where someone confidently argues made-up legal theories. It always starts with phrases like "I don't consent" or ends with "you have no authority over me," and somehow it keeps happening in the same place. Anyway, that's going to wrap things up for today's hearing. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Do you think Judge Simpson handled this fairly, or would you have done something differently? Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Take care, everyone.